answer. Oh, again the other person. I have sometimes the impression people don't really listen to me. I feel like I'm invisible to others and it just doesn't matter whatever I have to say. Does this sound familiar and you're looking for answers? Then this video is exactly for you, because here I'm going to share with you some tips to really connect with your listener and create a sense of belonging. Use it and you will feel unstoppable. So let's start right away with point number 1, which is very important. It is you are unique and your voice matters. Because here's the thing, before I thought that I'm invisible, like I need to hide behind a specific facade just to show everybody this perfect picture of Louise, to be the perfect version with no flaws, with nothing whatsoever negative, really just the perfect facade. But then what happened is I realized that I can't really connect with people because we're just giving them a picture of a person. That's the thing, like when I had my very first interview, I was rehearsing all of the answers just by heart, just to show, yes, look, I'm so perfect, you really want to hire me. But the thing is, whenever I was giving the answers, it just didn't come naturally. It was like, yes, I'm the best candidate to blah, blah, blah. And the recruiter really had the impression they're talking to an actor, but not to the personality that really is going to help add value to the company. That's the deal. Next time when you talk to people, just remember that you are unique and your voice matters, which means you never have to play any role. The only role that you have to play is yourself. Which brings me to the next point, which is about be yourself. Because I used to make myself smaller in conversations, thinking it made me easy to be around, but actually it made me forgettable. And I allowed myself to take up some emotional space. Means I speak more clearly, I really represent what I'm thinking in a polite way, but also let people show my personality. And people started realizing, noticing me. For example, in school, I was always called the ever-smiling dancing queen because I just wanted to have a good time and really connect with people. But here's the thing, whenever you are in your environment, remember just to be yourself and instead of playing a role. Let me give you another example. Some time ago, I needed to work with a colleague. And actually I was involved in kind of recruiting the colleague, and on the phone I was like, wow, this person is so amazing. It's going to be a rock star at work. But then the funny thing is, the first few hours, I realized that something is off. This person is different than when I talk to a person on the phone. So what happened? So spend some time just to observe, looked a bit, okay, what can we do to really help that person? And just after some time, I had a conversation and we realized that the person was thinking they need to play a specific role, the perfect person who is at work really very professional and very stiff. But here's the deal, that never really works, because again, people think they're talking to an actor, they think they're talking to a robot. But people want to talk to humans and to really connect, which means that whenever you even start your first day at work, remember just to be yourself. Or when you have your first interview, when you pitch an idea to one of your customers, or when you talk to your manager, always remember to be yourself, because that's the best role you can take. Because good thing is, nobody else has that role. It is unique for you and only for you. So remember that this role is only for you and nobody else should take it. Point number 3, show your uniqueness. I started sharing the parts of me I thought no one really cared about. The stories I thought were too boring or too personal ended up being the ones that people really could connect the most. When I shared my awkward moments, my fears, my tiny victories, people saw themselves in me. And belonging happens when you stop performing and start relating. Because here's the cool thing. Who really wants to hang out with somebody who's perfect all the time, who's doing everything so well and so perfect? You know, after some time you might just get bored, like, another part of this perfect, fluffy world story. Of course, this definition can be different by person, so just remember that as well. So it means you don't need to always share like the negative things or the difficult moments. but you can use them to kind of spice up your story, to spice up the stories that you want to share with the world in order to encourage others. One thing I always like to think about is ask yourself, who am I? What is my identity? And because based on that, then you can decide also what kind of stories you want to share, how you want to connect with people. Let me give you a very simple example. For me, I love to be positive and I love to encourage people, to really inspire everybody to be unstoppable, really to be the best version of themselves. Which means for me, when I share stories, of course I can put in some moments where I was struggling a bit, but I would not put this, like, if there's a story of 100%, I maybe would spend talking about 30% about those struggles and rather focus on all the great things that are out there. So really also adapt the storytelling to your own unique personality and what you want to achieve in life. So think about to show your uniqueness, to really show aspects of your side that maybe it's a bit too boring. But guess what? You might think it's boring, but somebody else is just so excited to hear more about it. Let's say, for example, you really love data analytics and you think it's just really boring looking at numbers whatsoever. But here's the deal. There are some people out there who really want to have the skill set that you're having. So remember, again, you are unique and being yourself can really help other people to be unstoppable. Then let's have a look at the fourth point, which is show curiosity. I became curious instead of self-conscious. I used to walk into rooms thinking everyone was evaluating me, but mostly people are just hoping somebody will make them feel comfortable. When I shifted from how am I coming across to who is this person in front of me, conversations opened up effortlessly. And that's something really cool, because I remember back in school, I always wanted to belong to groups, different people, but I ended up talking to many different people. And that's where already curiosity started shaping up, because I was always curious to see who is this person, what is unique about them. And then the good thing is, as you're talking to different people, you can really see also connecting dots between the different personalities. One thing I always love to do, and you should try it out one day as well, let me know in the comments also how it turned out, is that when you see a colleague in the kitchen, for example, and you realize they're like really down and not so energetic, and you want to lift them up, ask them one question, which is, drum rolls, what are you passionate about? And suddenly you will see people's eyes lifting up and really energized, and they're just so passionate talking about those things. And you end up realizing that one of your colleagues has the same passion as you, and you start connecting with the person immediately. Isn't that amazing? By just asking one question, you can make a instant connection, more like this. Point number 5, create your belonging. I learned that the sense of belonging is something you create and not just something you wait for. And I stopped waiting for people to invite me and started creating moments of connections myself. For example, small compliments, shared laughs, genuine check-ins. And the more I gave warmth and presence and openness, the more it came back to me. For example, one thing I always love is when you walk in the office, or when you walk on, well, let me first start with the office. When you walk through the office and you see somebody has a really nice smile today and looks really energetic, it's also nice to compliment them. Or if you see somebody is back after some long-term absence, you congratulate and say, welcome, it's so wonderful to have you back. For example, after holidays, welcome back, it's good to see you back. Or when you walk on the street and you see somebody, you know, just maybe in their thought, and you feel like, okay, maybe a little smile can already lift the person up and it can make a huge difference. Or even one thing, just let them pass through, and you're already sharing a sense of positivity. And by creating this little parts of random kindness, it can really give you a lot of warmth and connection back, because you start giving, and by giving to others, you're going to receive from others. Because you could be something really funny. Maybe one day just like a bit tired or whatsoever, and you have a colleague walk in front of you and say like, hey, it's so wonderful to see you. So you see, what you give to others comes back to you in one shape or another. So remember, you can really create your own sense of belonging. It's not that you have to wait for others is really you can create it yourself so that you really feel comfortable. And remember, also really align it with your own identity, because if you may be more introvert, that's fine. But have a look at how you can still create these moments of comfort that really you feel good in the environment you're in. All right, now we talked a lot, and I'm curious to hear you putting those tips in practice to remember you are unique. Be yourself, very important. Then also show curiosity. Open up to others. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be yourself, because this is the world that is the most important one. And last but not least, really create a sense of belonging yourself. Let me know in the comments how it turned out for you and which point you liked, and of course what you like to hear more of. I wish you good luck and stay tuned. Ooh, I almost forgot. Remember to subscribe to the channel so that you can hear more of those videos and can let me know also what you like to hear more of. Speak to you soon. Bye!